Hey guys, I'm Kolin.
And I'm Cadence.
We're siblings and hosts of the Be-Watch Rewatch.
Where we recap the most chaotic entertainment we can find and bring you along for the ride.
But be prepared to jump the tracks because it always gets bumpy.
Come for the plot.
Stay for the holes.
So gross.
Sick. I'm Kolin. Oh, I hated that. Nope, I hated that. I hated that. Hated it. Hello, everybody. It's Kolin.
It's Cadence. Welcome.
Welcome. Before we start, I have to tell you something. I thought something devastating happened to Cadence this week.
Oh, poor Kolin. I've been feeling so bad about this all weekend. I felt so bad.
Well, first off, let me preface this by saying I must have done something really bad to someone high up in technology's family line in a past life because I already have so much technological problems, right? We were going to record this episode. We were like in the middle of recording. We were set up and everything. And we record at the same times twice a week, you know. And I'm texting Katie right then and there, right before recording. And I'm like, oh, I'm having a little bit of internet trouble. Sent her a video because all of a sudden my internet was all in Chinese.
Okay. He's like, my internet is in Chinese. Sends me a video of his TV, the whole TV. Everything on YouTube's in
Still
Chinese.
Don't know.
I was like, what is going
Still
on?
have no idea. And even the guy that came over was like, I have no idea what that's about. Even Alex was like, the Chinese thing was next level.
It was so weird. And then he sent me a picture of his microphone and he's like, my microphone is blinking red. I have no idea what this means. And then he's like, I think someone unplugged the router. I think we're going to need to call an electrician. And so I was thinking that he was like, I don't think I can record right now because we have to fix the internet. And then I sent him a question and he didn't answer me. So I was like, oh, his internet probably ended up going out and he'll just send me an invitation when he's ready.
No. In reality, I told her, like, we're going to have to record a little later, but I will get my internet fixed, right? And she's like, okay. And then I said into the text about the mic. And then you guys, radio silence from Katie. And I'm like, okay, internet's back up. Everything's fixed. Are you ready to record? And, like, doing it over. And, like, then I started sending her, like, more funny stuff. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. She's just ghosting me. And then I'm like, okay, well, I guess we won't record today, but like, let me know if you're okay. A couple hours go by, I text her like, okay, just let me know if you're okay. Because you have to understand,
I feel so bad
we were like both actively talking to each other. So it's not like I hadn't heard from her that whole day, right? And this has never happened. And other people were like receiving texts from me. Like there was no issue at all. So then right before I go to bed that night, I'm like, okay, well, I really hope you're okay. Just, let me know you're okay. And so I go to bed. I'm hoping the time difference that I'll wake up to a text or something. Wake up, nothing. So then I leave her. I'm like, okay, really, you're starting to freak me out a little bit. Like, is everything okay? I really want to make sure you're okay. Radio silence. So I'm texting my other sister. I'm like, have you heard from Katie? My other sister's like, did you say something to piss her off? And I was like,
of course, that would be her first thing, trying to stir the pot. What'd you say?
I just said, like, what'd you say? She told me what you said. And then I texted your kids. I texted two of Katie's kids being like, is everything okay with your mom? Like, is she okay? And the best part was that they were like, I don't know. And I was like,
I know.
And they're like, I'll let you know. And I was like, what?
Wait, what? I know because...
And they were very nonchalant about it. So I was like, okay, well, clearly she's okay because her kids would know if something happened. Maybe she really is just mad at me. And you guys, a full 24 hours went by. I'm leaving voice notes. And then all of a sudden, Cadence gets all of my texts and everything in one go.
You guys, I woke up to 20,000 messages. And then I woke up to...
What can I say? I spiral pretty easy. I spiral real quick.
My sister's like, are you alive?
Because it was so unusual. I'm telling you guys, it's
Colin's
so unusual.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Just like text after text. I was like, what the hell is going on? And my kid, well, the other thing that made me laugh is Elliot didn't even come check on me.
No, he did not.
He texted me from the other part of the house and he's like, are you okay? Colin said something. And then he didn't even like follow up with it at all. all. He just left it. I was like, I could be dead in my
That's what's
room
so
and
funny.
my child wouldn't have
was
even
like-
walked in here.
I was like, I know he's like typical, how he's being right now, but I was like, go check on your mom.
Just
And then
go.
Mackenzie was like, well, I talked to her briefly the other day at lunch. And I'm like, okay, well, lunch would be 3 hours after our time. She's just mad at me. Like, she's being a bitch. Like, I went through all the emotions,
Just out of nowhere. I'm like, the whole internet's in Chinese. Fuck you.
Because we always text so much. And, like, I just can't emphasize, like, we are actively sending voice notes to each other and texting each other right before. And so it was just so unusual. And like I said, everybody else was getting texts and calls. So it was just a very, very weird thing. And maybe I overreacted, but I feel like in my head, I was like, this is so out of fucking ordinary to just be like, yeah, I'm ready. And then just nothing. Whew.
It makes me feel better because I honestly, like, if any week, if I would have died and no one would have known, that would have been last week because Jed's gone and obviously the kids don't care. And so I would have just been in my room. No one would have known I was dead. But on my end, I was thinking that he had internet problems. Like, I had asked him a question and on my end, I never got a response.
Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you didn't give a fuck about me because I could have died. Something could have happened to me. Now that I think about it, something could have happened to me. And you're just like, oh, well, it doesn't work. No, you know what? I see how this. Okay, I see. On my end, I'm freaking out, texting everyone I know. And on your end, you're just like, all right, well, I guess.
Well,
I guess he's gone. I guess he decided not to record. Okay.
In my defense, two things. Number one, you fall off the planet all the time.
I do go dark, yes.
And number two, I thought you were really stressed out about the internet because you're always having like something going on with your internet.
I'm just so stressed
And
I can't even let you know. I'm just like,
and
nope.
so I was like, well, he knows I'm here. He knows that I'm ready.
Even with my internet, I still have data. My
like,
phone
no, but
still
I'm just
works.
saying, like, I thought I would be bugging you if I was like, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? And so I was thinking, like, oh, I'll just let him take care of the internet and he'll let me know when he's ready to go. And I just sat here
what?
working at my computer.
That's his business.
Thinking
You know what?
Like, I
It's not
thought
my
I was
place.
being
It's not my
nice.
place. It's his
like,
business.
I thought you were stressed out about the internet. And I was like, he knows I'm here. I'm sitting at my computer. He'll send me an invite when he's ready. I don't want to, he's stressed
Meanwhile,
out.
I'm freaking out, thinking
And
she's
so
dead.
for me, it was like that afternoon, I didn't hear from him. I was like, I guess he didn't get his internet fixed. And then the next morning is when I got all the text messages. And literally, I felt so bad. I had to pick Jetta from the airport yesterday, and I told him, I was like, I think Colin, his little hummingbird heart just about gave out. I feel so bad. I did not know he was stressed out.
I know we've beat this story to the ground, but let me just tell you, I was getting double check marks.
don't know
Everything
what
was being sent
happened.
to you. It was showing that it was sent because you know how WhatsApp is like one check means your phone is having a problem. So, and then I was even like, Alex, what the hell's going on? And he's like, oh, well, it says that she logged off at last time she was seen on WhatsApp is 6:58 p.m. And I was like, the last text I sent her was at 6:57. So like he thought you were off. So he's like, something must have happened. She hasn't been on her phone all day. And I'm like, so we both are
It really
spiraling just
was.
in the house. But anyway, it was just a bizarre. And to
I
this
could
day,
only
that's
think
never
of,
happened
like,
to me.
maybe-
And I don't understand it. I don't know how I was able to text everyone else and not.
Yeah, like I can think of maybe one other time or two other times where there has just been a weird glitch with WhatsApp and the other person I've been texting and the other person hasn't gotten my messages. And so I don't know, but it was so weird and I felt so bad about it. And it was, yeah. Anyway,
Point being, we're a little delayed. We were supposed to do this
we're
last
here.
week. but
We're
something
here.
happened.
Everything's not in Chinese anymore. However, Colin somehow
Still, you guys.
got logged into the wrong Amazon account, rented the movie from his, but then it wasn't there.
I
Then rented
really
it from
cannot tell
mine.
you-
Didn't know what version he was getting.
Cannot tell you how bad it is. It's so bad all the time.
You guys, it's so bad.
It's
so bad.
It's just something. I did
so
something.
bad.
I did something to some tech family person a long time ago.
I know.
And speaking of like in the past and doing things in past lives, that's kind of a good segue into today's movie.
Oh, that was quite smooth. Quite smooth.
And
Quite
okay,
smooth.
just to make things this much more complicated when we talk about technology and the world, the movie we're doing today is Highlander 2: The Quickening. Now, why it's a little complicated is because Cadence is in the US, I am in Europe, and they released from my understanding, Highlander 2, The Quickening was so bad and so universally hated that the director was like, wait. I'm going to restitch it together and I'm going to call it, I Can Fix This.
I can
Trust
fix
me, it's
this,
going to be
guys.
way
I
better
can
the
fix
second
it.
time. So he takes Highlander 2, The Quickening, remakes a director's cut called Renegade, which is called Highlander 2, The Quickening Renegade, which they only released in the US, but the version I saw was Highlander 2, just The Quickening, the OG bad movie. Now, they are quite different, but we're going to kind of merge the two storylines because they're vaguely the same. And you know what? It doesn't even, I don't even need to tell you this because it's so bonkers. You guys, no one will know any different.
Yeah, here's the thing too. Even though we watched different, because in the US, at least in my experience, and I looked on several different platforms, the only version I could watch was the Renegade version. I couldn't even find just the original Quickening. I'm sure it's out there somewhere, but as far as like something that was easily available for me to watch, it was not. So I was like, I guess Renegade's the only thing that's out there. We also had this problem, I'm just realizing, we did Legend, because you watched the European version of Legend.
But Legend was like minor little
That's true.
details. This was like they did some big changes.
Yeah. I was going to say, from my understanding, and we just talked about this right before we hopped on, I think it was a linear thing. Like they were trying to lengthen some scenes. They were trying to reorder some stuff so that it felt like it made more sense. But I don't think they accomplished that goal.
No.
I think that no matter what they would have done with this, it would have ended badly and confusing. So Colin and I okay, I was like, because sometimes you can watch stuff like a little bit faster on a little bit faster speed. So I started watching this a little bit faster speed. And then I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. I think maybe I need to watch it on regular speed. So I went back.
Yep.
I'm watching it. I'm like, I think I need to add captions. And I'm just like,
Nope.
no.
There's no saving it.
I definitely. And then I was
Not
like,
at
I
all.
think I need to watch like an outline with the movie. And, so I was
And the version you watched was the director trying to make it
Get
more
better.
understandable.
Yes.
So you can only imagine the version I watched. And I don't know if any of you have seen Highlander. I guess it was the first one was.
Oh, yeah.
It actually was really popular. It became like a cult classic, but after it actually got released in movie theaters, it became really popular when it went to video. And then they made Highlander 2, which just completely went off the rails and just completely destroyed Highlander 1. And that's why people were so upset. And that's when the director was like, whoa. Let me show you
Let me
Renegade.
just
And
try.
we cannot wait to tell you the story.
The amount of like clarification I needed for this movie, it's like nobody should have to put that much effort into any movie ever. Like the amount of times I watched it, the things I did,
I kind of liked it. I kind of like it.
research.
It was like leaving you
just
up to like,
trying.
oh, how did this person do this?
Figure it out.
Oh, how did this person arrive in a Scottish theater halfway around the world
Use
after
your
lightning struck?
imagination.
It's up to you to figure
That's
out.
the beauty of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why does cutting off people's head give you extra power? You know what? You go for it.
I read too that they tried to fix this. They delayed it, even putting it out on video because the guy's like, I think I can fix it, whatever. And then after all that time, trouble, money, re-editing, re-releasing, they ended up making Highlander 3 a couple years later, and they acted like 2 never happened. So whatever plot-wise
Ignored
happened,
the
it's
middle
like
one.
2 does not exist in the canon.
Like a blip. And then they made the TV show. And this movie that was at a huge budget too. For the 80s or 90s, it was a huge budget. So
Oh, huge. Huge. You could tell just from the visuals and some of the special effects that it was expensive to make. And so it's like, I get the idea that you're like, no, I can salvage it.
No,
but
there's no salvaging.
Nope, just more money flushed down the drain.
But you know what? It was fun to try to put together. So let's take you guys on the journey of Highlander 2, The Quickening / Renegade.
Renegade.
All right, so This version in the Quickening, I'm going to give you a little bit of the backstory, which is explained in Renegade, but in a very different way. So we open up, it's 1995, peak 90s, and this is where we meet Connor McLeod, right? He's like our main guy from the first one. And his wife is shriveled up, she's dying, she's crusty as fuck in a little bed.
She has her bandana over her eyes. I guess they've been burned out of her skull.
Oh, the ozone layer has crispified her, but not other people for some reason. It just crispified her and a select few other people in the hospital because Connor McLeod's totally fine. And the doctors are fine. You know what?
That was my other question was like, how do you get...
Just fair skin. Fair skin.
How do you get ozone burned? Only some people. Oh, you know what this is like?
What?
You know what this is like? The core, when that guy's car, when he's sitting in his car on the bridge, and he gets a baby sunburn, but the whole
is melting, and he
melting.
actually looks out and the water's bubbling up and fish are coming. It's very much like that. She is burnt to a crisp, and he's like, you know what? The ozone layer is dying, but because you're burnt to a crisp, I am going to dedicate the rest of my life to figuring out how to protect and revive our ozone layer. So that's exactly what he does, you guys. He and his friend, Dr. Alan Neiman, they develop something, and in 1999, they release it. And it is basically an electromagnetic shield to cover the planet to protect it from the sun's radiation.
Yes.
And they basically save humanity, you guys. And it is amazing. But there are some side effects that nobody was able to foresee. Yeah. And the side effects are that Earth is perpetually really hot, really moist, and dark all the time.
Muggy as hell.
It's just muggy and dark.
It's dank.
Yeah, so they were like,
it's dank.
You know what? We couldn't run any tests on this shield. So unfortunately...
That's what I was like, you couldn't do like a portion of the sky and just feel it out?
You couldn't just do it over Greenland or something and just be like, Greenland did turn dark and damp and wet and gross.
Because it was like, once they did it, they didn't even say like, let's turn it on and then test it and then turn it back off.
No, it's all or nothing.
It was like, once it's on, it's over, guys. And I also was like, it's electromagnetic. Why is it dark? Why is it like a solid thing if it's electromagnetic? Whoa. I'm not even going to begin to get into the issues.
Sweet baby. Don't ask questions. They developed the technology. He didn't save his wife. She burnt up hardcore.
No, in her memory, though.
in her memory. He saved it. And you know what? People are just happy because they're like, we can go outside. We don't care if it's dark and damp and gross.
No, we're all going to die of vitamin D deficiency, but it does not matter. We get to live in this dank sweat hole.
Oh, it's so sick. I'm like, did you? Now the year is 2024. So it has been roughly 25 years since they developed this electromagnetic shield. And everyone's dark and dank and unhappy. But the one thing is that this giant company called Shield Co. or Shield Tech or something.
Yeah.
They basically have become that corporation that took over this electromagnetic...
TSC, the Shield Corporation.
The Shield
TSC.
Corporation.
Yeah.
They've taken it over, you guys, and they are just not... They're just not nice. It's just like a big corporation.
Well, you guys, because they can charge every country in the world for keeping the shield over their heads. And they're just sort of like, oh, you want us to turn the shield off? You'll all fry. And so they're making
and there's
because they're a private corporation. Yeah. They're not the government. They didn't do this for the citizens of the world. They did this to make money.
And then they manipulate people. They're like, oh yeah, Africa, how are we going to turn off half of the shield? You tell us how we're going to turn off your half. Yeah, it's all or nothing.
We didn't think this whole thing through. So one part of the shield goes, the whole shield goes. Is that really what you want to do?
So are you going to kill everybody in the U.S.? So they're like really kind of blackmailing. And for any of you who have seen Highlander, this is where Cadence and I have a really difficult problem. And we won't get into it too much now. But Connor McLeod, it's now, 30 years from the passing of his wife in 1995. He is an old man, and that doesn't make sense for a number of reasons, which we will get into. But let's just start off. He's an old man.
The shield's been up for 25 years.
He's obviously doing pretty well for himself because he fucking created the technology, because he's driving a sick car.
He has a mansion that's like straight up Bruce Wayne status. It's huge.
Anytime you're wearing a white scarf, anytime you're wearing a tuxedo with a white scarf, you know you've made it. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Any normie can throw on a tuxedo and think they look fancy.
Style tip.
Unless you are wearing a white scarf, don't waste my time.
Yeah. White scarf.
Don't waste my time.
And so he's clearly doing well for himself, but he's kind of sad and lonely. And I would just like to say that the only other time I've seen this actor that plays Connor McLeod was in Mortal Kombat. He was Raiden. So.
Oh, I did not know.
And he talks just like the same way. He talks just like he does in Mortal Kombat.
That's Kolin, because that's his old man voice. Can't you tell he's just getting so old?
But it's also his young voice, too, because he kind of talks exactly the same.
There are some people in this world who know when to stop, and some people who don't. Which kind are you?
He's like, you know what? What do rich people do, you guys? They go to the opera. That's what you do. You wear your white scarf and you go to the opera by yourself. And this is where the version that Cadence watched and I watched kind of collide, because Cadence's version, Renegade, started at this point. Mine built up to this point. So...
Is that your...
No, that was not me. What was I? I think my mic was trying to say something. Was that my throat?
I heard the tiniest little squeak a second ago, and I was like thinking, I literally in that moment was like, does Colin have asthma? And then I was like, okay, it passed. And then just now I heard it was so loud.
That was not my throat, but I questioned it. It was a baby little mouse, like...
It sounded like you were wheezing, and I was like, you need to get that looked at.
No, I don't know what that was. Little ghost.
That was so intense. I wonder what that was. I'm glad to know it's not your lungs, because that was so intense.
Oh,
and I was
that would be the
really
saddest.
Worried. I was genuinely like, the first wheeze was problematic, but the second wheeze was dangerous.
Could you imagine? To get it to that point, that's not even a wheeze. That's like the baby's little amount of air getting out of the tiniest little hole.
I know, you're suffocating. Are you eating any burritos? Do you have any dry burritos around?
No, don't remind me.
Choking.
So basically, we'll start it now. He's at the opera, and this is where things start getting wild, you guys.
To say the least.
How do you explain it? We still don't know, because I did the exact same thing that Cadence did, you guys. I watched it a little bit faster, 1.25. Things were not making sense. I did the exact same thing. I watched it slower. I put on captions. Then I had a freaking outline going on, and I was like, because he's watching this play, and all of a sudden he gets this like visceral, like out of body experience where he's like,
memory,
oh, I remember.
Flashback. Something.
Not even a flashback. He's like, oh, I remember. I lived on a different planet called Planet Zeist.
And he's watching the Valkyrie, which is like, I don't know. It's just like, why would this be the thing that triggers your memory? But whatever. So that's the other thing is like, I guess it's a memory.
Well, he technically sees a picture of Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez.
Who's played by Sean Connery.
Who's played by Sean Connery.
Which will never not be funny to me.
Yeah. I don't know why they decided to name him Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez, and it's played by a Scottish guy.
That brought me so much joy.
Don't ask questions.
I was like, I love that he's playing a Spanish guy.
And he does it so well, too. But I think he sees somebody that looks like him. Anyway, he has this visceral flashback where he's like, oh, yeah, that guy reminds me of this guy that I lived on a different planet with 500 years ago.
Right.
His name was Ramirez.
Mm-hmm.
And we were part of a regime, guerrilla regime against the tyrant Katana.
Right. This immortal ruler Katana. It was so bizarre because I guess they're just trying to tell you, like, don't forget Connor McLeod comes from Zeist, where he met Ramirez. Like, I don't know.
But in the first one, and I haven't seen the first Highlander, a space planet named Zeist had nothing to do with it. So I think that's what bothered a lot of people, was now you're bringing in this whole weird thing. So run him through what's going on planet Zeist right now. Just a little flashback.
They're on the planet, and it's a big, desolate, just like absolute desert everywhere. But in the meantime, Katana and his like crew, I guess, are taking over. There's no context, so you don't know.
Okay, who's Katana? Now you're like the movie now.
I thought you just said who Katana was, but maybe I was looking at my notes and I thought you said who Katana was. Katana is he's an evil, immortal man-ish. And he's, because we don't know if he's, we don't know where he's from originally, but he is trying to, I guess, take over the planet that they're on.
Again, we don't know.
But because, again, there's no context. You do gather, however, that McLeod and Ramirez are part of the rebellion that are trying to fight Katana and his men. So they give it their best, you guys. They give it their best.
Oh, it's Ramirez and McLeod and like a bunch of other of these rebellious men that are trying to overthrow Katana. And they have one of those, like, that is my...
It's your throat.
I think my throat is something's happening. They do have this total Braveheart, like, let's get him. We're going to overthrow Katana. Let's do it, dudes.
Yes.
But then Ramirez, he's like, well, we have to have one leader. How are we going to choose this leader?
You stand without a leader for the last time.
Will you lead us, Ramirez?
No, I'm not your leader. But because I see with eyes different from yours, I see a man with a great destiny before him.
Who is he? Show him to us.
Let him show himself.
And then all of a sudden, McLeod with his long hair turns around like, oh, I'm sorry. Someone say leader? And he's like, you.
Yes, you.
You're going to be the guy. And the ceremony they have
Oh, yes.
in order to crown him as co-leader with Ramirez is like, come put your fingers in this bowl and we're gonna electrocute it and we're gonna dangle our fingers in the bowl.
You guys, every man has to go and put his little pointer finger in a bowl and kind of swirl it around, do a little swirly motion, and a little blue spark comes off the end. And then I guess what I guessed from is after everyone puts their little electrical finger energy in there, McLeod's like, okay, you tell us who, little lightning. And he like throws it out and the lightning's like, McLeod. And they're like, yep, man of great destiny. There you are.
Goes right for the guy. And then they just sort of sit across from each other with the electricity. They kind of like touch hands / slow high five. And they're like, we're bonded forever.
We have no idea why these men are bonded forever.
We're life partners.
We have no idea. I feel like electricity is pretty sporadic. Like that, you might want to do like a recount. Like lightning could go anywhere, you know?
Yeah, but you don't know how electricity works on Zeist. It's a different set of rules. It's a whole different physics.
It feels a little bit like preordained too, because Ramirez is like talking McLeod up. Like hardcore. Yeah. I bet all the other guys are like, oh yeah, we didn't see that one coming. Yeah, we didn't see. Yeah, woo, that's such a shock that McLeod is, the lightning chose him. So
cool.
Half of the guys probably were like, we didn't even put our finger in. We just pretended. We didn't even pretend. We didn't even conjure any electricity from our fingertips.
We didn't even try. We didn't even want it. We didn't even want to be soulmates with Ramirez. We didn't even give a fuck if we're bonded to Ramirez forever. Who cares?
We are now as one.
How do we start?
Not we, you.
After they've chosen and they've had their little commitment ceremony, then there's like the last great battle.
Is it great?
And it's implying that it's a great battle.
The rebellions get caught right away. Caught and massacred right away.
It's because they wasted all their time in the commitment ceremony and no one was actually training for the battle. They got way too invested in the electric bowl situation.
They did. It's captivating for sure.
So then Katana has basically everybody slaughtered except for the two soulmates who are now committed to each other forever.
Which does not, just side note, it does not make sense that what this next part plus this whole thing does not make sense. He slaughtered everybody in this rebellion except for the two Electric Brother rebellion leaders, which in itself does not make sense. Katana, he's my favorite. Bless his heart. He doesn't know how anything works because he murders everybody in this rebellion, you guys, except for Ramirez and McLeod, the two most important ones. And he's like, I'm going to sentence you to a fair trial with my priest. So they stand in front of this trial with Katana's priest, which are like...
As you well know, for many years we have exiled those rebels and criminals who, like you, possess this unholy immortality. Therefore, I sentence you both to this same exile. An exile into the future. In that distant future, you will face other immortals in trial by combat, from which only one can survive. And as is your way, you will die only when your head is cut from your body. Finally, the last one to survive will have a choice. Grow old and die in the future, or return here with his freedom and faith restored. Now go, and remember, there can be only one.
And they're like, you know what I think? punishment should be? We're going to cast you guys away to planet Earth, and you're going to have to live there as immortals. But you're also going to have to track down other people that we have sometimes sent to Earth, and you're going to have to cut off their heads. And the last one who has his literal head attached to his body will win the prize. And you want to know what the prize is? Growing old and dying on Earth or coming back to this shithole planet. And I'm like,
It does not make any sense.
and Ramirez and McLeod are like, oh, ooh, that sounds awful.
Cool.
You are truly a lord of discomfort. You really are terrifying. Wow.
Ramirez tells McLeod.
Will we be together?
Well, not at first. But we are joined in a way that can never be broken, not even by death. When you need me, you'll only have to call my name. I'll always find you.
At the last second, he's like, anytime you need me, just should you ever need me in the future at any time, just say my name and I will be there. And McLeod's like, okay, thank you for that information. And also, as Colin said, I just want to emphasize, none of this makes sense. And there are so many plot holes in this. I guess that McLeod and Ramirez are also immortals. I don't know if the electrocution bowl made them that, but it's like if you can die from being beheaded and they're his enemies, just behead them. They're obviously not immortal in the sense that they're unkillable, just that they need to be beheaded. And it's like, okay, well then just behead them. What comes from them being sent to another planet to duke it out there? You don't even get to watch it. You don't even get to watch the fight.
You know what? Katana's probably got it worked out. He's probably had a little get together with this priest, and he's like, let's really sock it to him, guys. What's the worst punishment that they can get?
Because we'll live here on this planet just knowing they're on another planet.
I know, and I'm
what?
thinking, like, what is Katana thinking? He's like, oh yeah, I bet when he wins, if he wins, he's for sure going to come back to this planet that exiled him.
Oh, for
The shithole
sure.
desert planet that is run by a tyrant. I bet you he's going to come back.
For sure. He's going to come to his senses. He's going to want to be part of Katana's crew.
If I know McLeod.
Enough years on Earth. He'll know where to come back.
Katana's just obsessed with McLeod.
Because he's jealous
This is
because
like
Ramirez and him had a commitment ceremony and he wants one. He's like, I want to put my fingers in the bowl. I want to be with him.
Katana's secretly in love with McLeod. He's just dying for him to come back and be with him. He's like, these fucking priests, they never want to do that shit.
They never want to put their fingers in the bowl. They never want to high five with electricity.
Never. So that's what he does. He like casts Ramirez and McLeod down to Earth. And that's where McLeod, because remember we said he's at this opera, it like all comes back to him. He's like, holy shit, that is quite a flashback.
It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now.
But here's the thing. McLeod is old at this opera, you guys. And he started off this movie in 1995.
Right.
As a young, supple, non-crispy, non-ozone layered man, right?
Non-fried piece of bacon.
Can't say the same for his wife. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Now he's old, but Katana said that you have to live on Earth as immortals because this is like, I guess, a punishment. I don't know. And like, how is McLeod old? It doesn't, you guys, it doesn't.
Don't
we
expect an answer.
There's no
'cause
explanation. There isn't one at all.
Okay, we're still on Earth, rather, not back on Earth, still on Earth. We're going to leave Connor leaving the opera for a moment.
He's got to digest what just happened. That's an intense,
He's got to process. It was emotional.
it's an intense daydream.
And so we're going to meet Louise, and she is part of basically like a homegrown environmental. They are labeled as environmental terrorists, but we learn really she's just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with the ozone layer. Because there's a group of people on Earth who believe that the ozone layer has healed itself and that there is no more poisoning from the sun, and that we can get rid of the shield. And they're starting to realize that TSC, the Shield Corporation, is just using the shield unnecessarily to make money, and really they could uncover the sky and everyone would be fine.
Louise, stay in your lane, girl. Just stay in your lane. Let the shield do its job and charge people for this electromagnetic ozone layer.
She's tired of living in a dank, dark swamp. I do not judge her at all. I would be going crazy.
I don't judge her at all either, but she's up against a lot. Do you remember the ozone layer, like, in the 90s? I remember being a young kid and it was like, don't you dare use hairspray. Don't you dare use hairspray. It'll suck the ozone layer right out of the sky.
Oh, all you heard was the ozone layer. I was just actually having this conversation with Elliot on the way to school, and I don't remember what brought it up. But maybe I was talking about this movie. I honestly don't remember. But I was just like, when we were kids, nobody, do not use those aerosol
Aerosols.
cans. Absolutely not. Everything got switched over.
And I didn't quite understand it because I was really, really young and I was like, where's the hole? Like, where does it exist? Is it an actual hole? And I thought the same thing too. In my head as a kid, I was like, a young kid, I was like, if someone steps in the hole, do they turn into McLeod's wife?
Yeah, is it like a magnifying glass in the sun where it just finds the rays and then you just get burnt right up?
Just right away. And you can see a clear line. You're like, oh, that's where that hole is. And does the hole move around? Does the hole stay in one spot?
When the earth rotates.
Lots of questions.
Does the hole stays in place, but the earth is rotating?
You know what? I still have all those questions, actually. So hopefully this movie clears it up.
All those questions are still valid. So they do their little terrorist organization run. And so the Shield Corporation now knows that there is a group infiltrating them. And so this is where it becomes sort of a divide because the Shield Corp is trying to protect their assets. And then you have this group that's finally trying to liberate the people from the actual Shield. So they do a little test. Don't ask us how, don't ask us the science, but they do find out that the layer of the ozone above the shield has repaired itself and it is safe to take down the shield.
You can do a test to see the ozone layer, but you cannot turn off the shield in specific parts of the world.
Yeah.
But that's the Renegade group. That's
Right.
the group that's like, I get it.
Right. So she is going to find Connor because she knows that Connor invented the shield. And she's like, I know that it's safe. We can take it down, but we can't dismantle it without his help. So this is where these two characters meet. Because Connor is now leaving the opera.
Still in a daze. He is still
reeling.
His white scarf is like, wow.
Blown.
He's just like, Jesus.
And he's getting in his cool ass car. And she comes to find him because she needs his help. Now, this is where things get even trickier. Because we had a third option to this whole scene.
First, she's like, yo, I know that you invented the shield, the electromagnetic shield. She's trying to talk to him. He just had literally an out-of-body, otherworldly experience.
Yeah.
He's like, bitch, I don't want anything to... I don't even know who you are. I hate your name.
And he just got assaulted because a lady was like, I know who you are. You invented the shield.
Oh,
he tries
yeah.
to have a drink at the bar. He gets yelled at. So people know him. They hate him.
We forgot to say that. People do know him, but he was just trying to do the right thing for his burnt-ass wife. But people are kind of like, they're taking their anger out on him now because it just backfired a little bit. So he does have this little bit of a reputation. You get that idea, like Kaden said. Like, people are kind of giving him a...
Yeah, so he's already having a rough night in his defense.
So it was pretty easy for Louise to find him. Actually, how was it easy for her to find him?
I mean, I guess it's public knowledge. She just looks up his name.
That he's at the opera?
Well, that's true.
That he's at the opera that night?
I guess specifically the opera is the thing that I don't know about.
You know what? It's 2024, which was the future at this time. So she probably had some kind of tracking device.
So maybe in that version of the future, yeah, there was a really easy way to find people. So anyway, he's already had this scare of his life, this flashback, been accosted. He's trying to get to his nice ass car and drive home when Louise stops him and she's like,
Mr. McLeod?
Yes,
I'm Louise Marcus.
terror is a dangerous business, Miss Marcus.
I'm not a terrorist.
Whatever you are, Miss Marcus, you'll have to excuse me. Goodbye, Miss Marcus.
You know, I used to read about you. You had such great passion for the world. I admired you. I can see that's all gone now. You're nothing but a tired old man.
More than you know.
I know you invented the shield. We need your help. Please help us. He's like, I'm too tired, if you cannot tell. And he uses his voice. I'm old. I'm so old and I just can't talk anymore.
His voice, though, how did he do that the whole movie? That voice is insane. I remember thinking that voice was insane when I watched Mortal Kombat.
Well, he kind of gets rid of it after.
Did you ever see Mortal Kombat?
No, I didn't watch Mortal Kombat, but he does take a chill pill, at least in the version I watched, where after he gets young, he doesn't, it's not nearly as exaggerated.
It's not near as bad, but it's still pretty intense. And the actor is French, so I think he was probably doing that voice to mask a little bit of that.
He didn't know how to do an American accent, so he's like, just make it really grovelly.
Just make it raspy and down, because it does not sound like it's coming out of his mouth. Continue.
Oh, you know what? Also, he also on the way home realizes that he has not heard from his friend, Alan, the other doctor that helped him invent the shield. And so he's getting a little worried because every time he tries to talk to Alan, everybody's like, he's not available for comment. So he just stopped by his apartment and he like telecalls him because it's the future, obviously. And they have like a little telecommunication device outside. He calls him. He's like, hey, I would like to talk to Alan. And they're like, nope, not available. And so you can tell something's going on.
Spish.
Because he's being kept from the public. So Connor, like, he's having some thoughts when Louise finds him. So add to this chaos, okay? We're going to go back to Katana.
Planet Zeist. Katana's still up there with his priest.
And you guys, it's been like 500 years on Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And Katana's like, I'm not done with Connor McLeod. I'm still thinking about this guy.
Because this part is the biggest plot hole of the whole movie, you guys. Connor McLeod is on Earth. He is an old man, literally telling this hot woman that he can't have any time with her because he's like, I'm old, I'm tired, I'm decrepit, I'm going to die. Katana's like, you know what? Just to make sure he's extra dead, I'm going to send 2 henchmen down. And I think his actual like logic is that if for some reason, some bat-ass backwards reason that McLeod would be like, oh yeah, I won. I want to go back to Zeist. Katana's like, you know what? Just to eliminate that happening, because that probably will definitely happen. That's what he will choose. I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to send 2 henchmen down to kill McLeod. And the henchmen, you guys, how do we even start?
And I also was like, what? Did he just
let him die?
Yeah,
just let him die on Earth.
He just have to outlive the other people
gonna die on
because,
his
like
own.
we said, he's old at this point. He's really old, like this, and so he's on his way out, I guess.
But he's supposed to be immortal too. It really makes no sense.
But that's the other thing is that he was also supposed to be immortal. So you're like, as he just aging extra slow? But Katana and his priests / henchmen discuss the fact that Connor hasn't made his choice whether or not to return.
Isn't that your friend McLeod, General? He's getting older, but he's still alive.
I know that! I'm not blind!
Good. Then you can also see that he hasn't made his choice yet. He still has time to come back to us.
This is really making Katana very angry. And when he finds his assassins, he's like,
I want you to leave for the future immediately. Find McLeod and kill him. But I thought you said McLeod was mortal and will never return. Do me a big favor, Corda. Don't think.
He's an old man now. He'll be dead in a couple of weeks.
I don't care. Find him for me. Kill him.
hey, I need you to go kill them. And they're like, Connor's old and he's probably going to die soon. Is there, like, does this make a whole ton of sense? And he's like, it absolutely does because I'm asking you to do it. So bye.
Cadence. Now I just thought about it. McLeod is the winner. He's the last one, right? So that's why, because if he wins...
I mean, maybe that's why Ramirez gets resurrected.
If he wins, he gets the choice to stay on Earth and be old, which I guess he clearly made that choice. He didn't even know he was from Zeist until he saw that damn opera. So maybe he is the last one. Everyone else's head is gone. And because he's the winner, he's now mortal, growing old on Earth.
Okay, that's a possibility. That is a possibility.
Maybe. Either way, it does not justify Katana.
It doesn't justify because he's gonna
clearly
die
he's made the
anyway.
choice to die out on
and then
Earth.
you're sending your precious resources,
You know,
all the way to Earth.
you're just getting involved in something you're just meddling in business you do not need to meddle in, bud.
Yeah, none of it makes any sense. And the henchmen do try to bring this up. Katana's not having it because even though he could have just killed McLeod however many hundreds of years ago while they were in Zeist at the beginning, he didn't.
No.
And so he sends his henchmen down.
It's the drama of it all.
He loves the drama. He
I
loves
love the
it.
drama.
He's a drama queen.
No one's ever chosen to come back. He's just waiting for, he's like, please, I know. He's telling his priest, like, trust me. I know someone's going to come back. I know. Just trust me.
Trust me. They're waiting it out. They're just like, any day now.
Any day. Someone's gonna come
now. One of
back,
these guys is
Katana.
going to come back.
And like Katana's ruined the whole planet. It's just him and his priest now. Like it's getting real. That's why he's meddling in people's business. He's bored as fuck.
That's probably why he's so bored.
He's like, we've killed everybody. We only have priests.
They have like a weird transmission as well, so they can kind of watch on a screen what's happening with McLeod. So it feels like that's all they do from Zeist is just like watch the McLeod movie all the time.
He's kind of like jealous of McLeod now. He's like,
He seems like he's doing pretty well. He lives in a giant house.
sounds like he's having a really
He
good
has a
time.
glass
He's wearing
car.
a fucking white scarf, dude.
Or maybe I made the wrong choice.
And I'm here in this desert with a bunch of uptight priests.
Did someone say metal?
You know what? It's time to meddle. Time to meddle. So he sends these henchmen. And I guess he gets, like, I don't know how Katana is able to, like, transport them. It doesn't make any sense, like, because they just turn into an electric ball and then they show up on Earth.
Yeah, this is a very easy portal situation. There's no equipment needed. There's no ships needed. There's no fuel needed.
No scans of the iris, nothing.
Nothing. So you can go back and forth like crazy.
That is true. Katana could be living that life. Okay, we're getting way too off topic because the two henchmen come down, you guys. After the night McLeod has had, of all the nights, the two henchmen come. McLeod immediately decapitates them both. I don't even think they scratch him. Like, he instantly kills both of them.
You guys, they are flying henchmen from this Zeist planet, okay? McLeod is 1,000 years old, and he still beheads both of them.
In 2 seconds.
He is still a superior warrior. And Louise is just watching from the side this entire time.
Oh, yeah.
Because she has confronted him as an old man. Here's where the whole immortality punishment thing gets even crazier. Because he kills the first one. Electricity goes crazy. All of a sudden, he loses like 40 years and he's all of a sudden young again. Fights the other one, cuts his head off. Again, electricity electrocutes him. Now he's as young as he was when we started this whole escapade. And he's just like, the look on his face is saying, shit, I have to live way longer. But I'm like, you didn't have to behead them, though. You could have just let them kill you and you would have died.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
You put yourself into this situation.
But you know what? You know what McLeod knows now? He's like, I feel kind of horny.
I have not gotten laid in years since Brenda got fried by the ozone layer.
Yeah, they would not offer conjugal visits in the fried hospital. Like, it's been a long, long time. Do you know what it's like to make out with a burnt woman on a... She can't see. It's awful.
Her skin sloughs off.
Oh, sick. He's like trying to caress her cheek, and it's like, she's like, oh the ozone layer.
And her blindfolds on too because her eyes got burned out. So she's like, is that you, McLeod?
This is Connor. So sad. But he's young and he didn't want anything to do with Louise like 10 minutes ago. And now he's like, I'm young again. And I'm feeling...
I want everything to do with Louise.
I want everything to do with Louise. So he's like, yeah, I will tell you everything you want to know if we have sex in the street right now.
He literally just pushes her up against a wall and they have sex in the alley.
Yeah, it's very 90s, like no consent. She's like, whoa. He doesn't even ask her, like, are you okay? You just saw two guys.
An old man.
I know, he doesn't ask her any questions. She's like, you were just an old man. You had two people come out of space. You decapitated them. Now you're young and you want to have sex with me in an alley. Because, like, she doesn't know any of this, you guys. She's just a reporter.
No.
She's just trying to figure out what's going on with the ozone layer.
She was not, like, supernatural stuff was not in her at all in her equation.
Like, that came out of left field.
I'm going to find out how to take this shield down. That's all I have on my plate for tonight.
Myself into?
She watches two space assassins flying through an alleyway, getting beheaded by garbage trucks. She was not all prepared for that.
Not at all.
And so she then gets laid as her reward for watching that and being traumatized. I don't 100% know what the vibe was, but it was
I mean, she's like, I get
weird.
so horny when I see heads get cut off. It's just something that does it.
I
know I was not prepared for
heads
this
get
tonight,
cut off.
but I loved seeing that. Let's get on it. So then he has sex with her, and then he's like, do you want to come to my apartment and I'll explain everything?
She's like, you literally just told me to leave you alone, but okay.
He explains everything, and then she repeats it back to him. And her repeating it back is supposed to simplify the situation and kind of give us, the audience, clarity. It absolutely does not.
Okay, now let me just see if I can get this straight. You're mortal there, but you're immortal here until you kill all the guys from there who have come here, and then you're mortal here. Unless you go back there, or some more guys from there come here, in which case you become immortal here. Again.
Something like that.
Of course. It would be something like that, wouldn't it?
There's nothing that makes sense about it. And she's like, so you're immortal and you have to cut off heads and then heads make you immortal so that you could go back to Zeist to live out immortal or be here and be immortal. And he's like, yep. And she's like, okay.
She even says like, that doesn't make any sense or something. And he's like, yep, it doesn't.
And he just smiles. He just has a cheeky smile like, wink, wink.
Yeah, I guess they were trying to make sense of it to us or just acknowledge that there were a lot of plot holes, but it doesn't work. Here's the other thing, okay, that we need to say, because this is another important thing that happens. In the process of his battle with these two henchmen, McLeod remembers the words of Ramirez ringing in his ears, which is, if you ever need me, just say my name.
Ramirez, my old friend Ramirez.
He's like, Ramirez! Then he finishes the fight.
He didn't really need Ramirez, though. He was doing just fine on his own.
Exactly. Finishes the fight, has sex with Louise, heads back to his apartment. Poor Ramirez somehow gets resurrected in Scotland on a play stage.
Let's set the stage. No
pun intended.
Let's set the stage. No pun intended. All of a sudden, people are in Scotland. You guys, they're watching a beautiful play. Ramirez lightning balls his way onto that stage. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, where was I? We don't know where Ramirez was. We don't know what he was doing. And you have to keep in mind, Cadence and I have never seen Highlander 1. Maybe it's answered somewhere in here, but as from our point of view watching this movie, he's just zapped into existence.
All we saw was him getting banished from
Zeist
by Katana. That's all we saw.
And now he's on a stage and a play in Scotland. And everybody's like, what the hell? And he's like, oh, I got to get on a plane to find McLeod. And that's exactly what he does.
And he is so, he's so sassy on the stage because he doesn't know where he ended up either. So he's like,
Poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio.
Actually, the name is Ramirez.
Will you get out of here?
Excuse me. Forgive me for interrupting your conversation, but, sir, whatever you gentlemen felt for each other when your friend was still alive is certainly none of my affair.
What's your fucking game, shithead?
Shithead? What's a shithead?
Get off the stage!
trying to be so cool on stage and just be like so smooth. And it's confusing for everyone, but they act less confused than you would be in real life. Because if a guy was resurrected by a lightning ball onto a stage as you were watching a play, everyone would be screaming their heads off. It would be like everybody just implodes. It's crazy, but everyone is trying to
They're like, wow, there's some good special effects in this.
And they're trying to keep cool because they're at a theater and they're watching a play and they don't want to act uncouth.
Yeah.
I'm like, someone just lightning
The
balled
show
onto
must
the
go on.
stage. Like,
The show
be
must go
uncouth
on.
at this moment. Any moment calls for uncouthness. This is the one.
This
But
is
everyone's
it.
trying to behave.
Nobody bats an eye. I mean, they kind of like, whoa, but nobody. He's like, all right, I got to go find McLeod. I mean, the funny thing is McLeod says Ramirez's name. Ramirez pops up in Scotland. So McLeod's like, well, shit, that didn't do anything. Guess I better go have sex with this broad.
Yeah, because he's already finished with
just
the
killed these
battle.
guys.
And so he wasted his
My
one
one-
call to Ramirez because it's already over.
Well, is it like a one call
And then
situation
Ramirez has
though?
to make it.
Like, does he only get one time to call his name?
I'm pretty sure because he hasn't said his name in 500 years or whatever. So I guess it's like you do use it at the moment that you need it most.
But could he try Ramirez again?
Maybe.
Could he go back home and be like, Ramirez?
And does this mean Ramirez got banished with him and then Ramirez already died and that's why he's being resurrected?
Or maybe they got banished in two separate places in the world.
Okay, that's
But then
possible.
when McLeod says Ramirez, he pops up somewhere else. It's just like a portal situation.
Because
I don't
that
know.
also seems not handy. If you need me at any time in your worst moment where you are faced
Call my
with
name,
imminent danger,
and I will show
call
up
my
in a-
name,
and I will show up on a stage across
on
the world
other side of the world
and have no way to communicate with you. That I'm
and not know how to find you.
Could you imagine? That's the worst.
Shit.
That's the worst. Anytime you need me, call my name and I'll be there. But I might be somewhere else and I might have no way to contact you and you might not know if it actually
Might
happened
take a
and you might
little
not know if I'll have it. You might not know if I'll ever actually get to you.
portals because he ends up having to take an airplane and so it's like really you couldn't
I should-
have portaled
I should
him
actually-
magically to the same place.
I have a disclaimer on that. Call my name, but it may Don't call me in the immediate danger.
If you think
when
something's
you might
about
roughly
to
need
happen,
me.
you're
I
in.
think something's about to
Start
happen.
feeling suspicious. Just be on the safe side.
But like in 24, 48 hours, then call my name and maybe I'll show up.
It was okay. So he's in fully resurrected in like his old clothes and everything. So he has to find an updated wardrobe. There's this whole, I don't know if this is in your version.
He has a pearl ring, a pearl earring.
An earring,
Because he comes in full
We don't know.
Scottish. We don't know. Beautiful teardrop earring. You guys, this earring buys him a plane ticket, buys him a new tailored outfit from the top tailor in Scotland.
I was like, what gemstone is that earring?
It's a pearl. It's a fucking pearl. I'm like, we live in the modern world. Like a pearl is not worth that much. And why do you have two dangly pearl earrings?
Where'd you get them from? Exactly. It was such
that's
a
not
mystery.
typical Scottish attire. Or I guess he's Spanish because his name is Ramirez.
But he got resurrected in Scotland. That is.
Oh, it's all.
It doesn't make any
It's all over the place. Oh, wow. It does not make any sense.
Yeah, and when he
Needless
goes
to say,
when he
Ramirez
goes to the
gets to
tailor,
McLeod.
he's like, I need you to make me a suit or whatever. And the guy's like, okay, it's going to be this much money. And he just dangles the earring. He's like, what about this?
You want a little pearl? He does dangle it like a little.
They drop everything as soon as they see that pearl.
Oh,
and I was like,
immediately.
really? That earring is worth
Immediately.
that much that you're going to custom make this guy 3-piece suit? So then he's like, the tailor's the one who's like, oh, you're going to need to take a plane. And Ramirez is like, guys, he died a long time ago. So he's like, what the fuck is a plane? I don't even know. I was planning on taking a ship, which would have made this even longer.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, he has no idea. Could you imagine 6 months later? Scurvy.
shows up to
Scurvy
McLeod.
Ramirez shows up. He's got no
Did
teeth.
you call my name?
I'm here.
Did you need my help? I don't even remember that.
Because that is the whole part too. It's like this whole fish out of water, like this old Spanish guy in modern day. But you're also thinking, like, is he dead
Where did
because
he
he
get
got banished with
resurrected
McLeod?
from?
So
Right.
when did he die? Like, there's all these questions that they do not explain. He just shows up in his 15th century attire, dangles a pearl earring, gets everything he ever wants, and then he meets McLeod. And McLeod's like, oh,
I guess
that did
It took
work.
a while. It
Here's
took
my
a few
friend
days.
Louise.
But he's also just pure Sean Connery on the plane. It doesn't matter that he's in a piece of machinery he's never before witnessed. He's hitting on the woman next to him. He's trying to get laid. This is such peak Sean Connery. Oh, Ramirez.
Oh, Ramirez.
But on the contrary, Virginia, all of the most beautiful women had dark hair. Helen of Troy, Cleopatra, Nefertiti, Joan of Arc, to name but a few. In fact, it's well known that the dark-haired ladies like to sip.
Would you like to order something?
Thanks, sir.
No, thank you. I never eat anything I cannot identify. That's not entirely true, of course.
All right, so we're gonna leave Ramirez and his tailoring and airplane. He's just trying to get to McLeod at this point, and
Right.
McLeod is like, I'm just gonna shack up with Louise here for a little bit, so we'll leave them aside. Katana, meanwhile, on Zeist, he's like, sending this henchman didn't make any sense.
I did not. I wasted
I
resources.
wasted 2 of my favorite henchmen, and I just side note, you guys, the henchmen look ridiculous. Like,
Oh, like
they just-
porcupines. It's
porcupine, like mad scientists. They've got like goggles on. It's ridiculous. Anyway, he's like, I'm going to go maybe avenge their deaths secretly. I just want to be near McLeod. So he's like, I'm going to zap myself to New York. And he's kind of like, oh, I kind of like it here.
he's like, I could have done this a long time ago. I don't know
he's like,
why
what
I
the fuck
didn't
am I
zap
doing on
myself here
Zeist?
sooner.
Why did I give them that option to come back to Zeist when they win? This is amazing.
No, it's so
He
dumb.
commandeers a subway, you guys, and he makes the subway go so fast that I think it goes something like, which cracks me up because the speedometer on the subway, I don't know if you notice this, it's like 700 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think the speedometer would even go that. Like, that doesn't even make any sense that they would
It
make.
just stopped working.
Yeah, it would just stop working.
Stop
It would
working.
just continually go up. But you guys, he kills everybody on the subway because they're going so fast that they like hit like anti-gravity.
He just has no patience. No. And then that, okay, also, if you can portal yourself places, why are you taking the subway?
He's literally just wreaking havoc. He's just being a menace at this point.
And then not only does he take the subway, after that, he gets a cab. He gets the cab to take him
and
where
you're
he needs to go after that. And you're like, what?
You're kind of thinking like, why does okay, there's lots of questions. How does he have powers on Earth to make the subway go fast? Because on Earth, he's like a supervillain at this point, but you're like, how does he even know how the physics of Earth work compared to his home planet? Like, how does all this work? You just don't ask questions. He's like, I'm going to go find McCloud. He takes a cab. He also commandeers a train and kills everyone. Now, McCloud, he actually does find McCloud, right? And they're going to have a showdown of death, right?
Right.
But actually not right, you guys.
No, not right.
Because Katana, he finds McCloud at the one spot that's holy ground, and they're not allowed to fight. It's Zeist planet rules not to fight at this sacred place.
Like, they start out like in a warehouse, which is so weird. They start out in a warehouse. The fight somehow makes its way to like a cemetery mosque situation. I don't know how. And once they get there,
McCloud's burned wife is there. He's there. That's how they end up there.
once they finally, oh, you're right. Cause I just remember him being in the giant warehouse. Okay. So then they get to the mosque. Modern day cadence cutting in here to say, we meant to say mausoleum.
Katana finds him at the mosque because he's there to visit his burnt ass crispy wife.
Crispy wife. Yes.
And Katana's like, I freaking found you.
I knew exactly
Are
where
you
you'd
going to come back
be.
to Zeist? I knew exactly where you'd be. And McCloud's like, nah, look where we are, bud. Graveyard, sacred place, can't bite.
And instead of just
do
waiting
it.
for McCloud to leave the graveyard and wait for him outside of the boundaries of the graveyard,
Katana's like, okay, well,
they're like,
I guess
okay, we're going to go our separate ways. Rules are rules, and we will meet when we meet.
rules are rules, bro. This is Earth. This is a different ball game,
We
dude.
will meet
And this
when
is a
we
sacred
meet.
ground. I will never fight with you to the death on your wife's burnt ass grave.
Never.
So they dispatch, right? And now this is where things get a little crazy. Ramirez finally makes it.
Finally makes it.
Finally makes it in his
Finally makes
three-piece
it.
suit. He's
Yes.
like, Ramirez is like modern day. It was an issue when he first showed up on the stage and he's like dangling earrings.
After that,
Oh.
he assimilated so
It
fast.
took him
He was
one plane
meant
ride.
for modern day times.
He was meant for modern
He's
day.
got phones. He's got computers. He's programming. He's
He
coding.
knows.
He's got it all figured out. He's like, I'm fine. I'm good here.
So they leave the sacred ground. Katana's like, you know what? I got to get to McCloud somehow. I couldn't just wait for him to leave
for him to leave and meet him at his
the
house.
sacred land. He's like, I'm going to go to this Shield Corporation, which how does Katana even know who McCloud's boss is?
And why
You know
is
what?
he at all
don't ask
invested
him
in
any
the
questions.
shield being over Earth? Like none of this. His interest suddenly in the shield makes zero sense. He has come for McCloud and he gets sidetracked by being part of the board of the Shield Corporation.
You said it, girl.
It's
He's like,
so stupid.
time to climb that corporate ladder. He's like, I got to make a
I
name
came
for
to Earth
myself
to be
in New
a
York.
boss.
So he goes to the Shield Corp and he's like, I'm going to be on the board. He literally walks in and he's like, I'm in the new board member. And the CEO, Blake, is like, get this cracker out of here. Cracker. I don't know. Cracker. You got to edit that out. I don't know. I think I meant to say, get this clown out of here. I don't know why I said cracker. Edit that out, please. He says, get this clown out of here.
This asshole out of here. And so then the security tries to shoot him, but Katana's immortal, so he stays alive. And he's like, oh, you're going to deal with me on the board, my friend? I am immortal. So then Blake's like, oh, okay,
I
this can
guess I
work
have
in
to.
my favor. This
Yeah.
can work in my favor. I'll take an
Okay.
immortal badass. We'll do it. And they've decided through their computer, I mean, you guys, the Shield Corp is so much more evil than just having the shield making the world a dense, dank swamp. They also have figured out like surveillance. They figured out tracking people, like all of these things.
Oh, yeah. They've
They
got a
know.
whole fluffle
Right.
of stuff going on.
Yes, a whole coluffle of stuff. And so they know now that Louise is part of this anti-shield group that's trying to bring it down. They also know that she has met up with McCloud and that they have some sort of plan. So now we're working towards the climax of this movie, if you could call it that, but we will call it that for storytelling purposes, the climax of the movie. So
We've got Blake and Katana, the two big bosses of Shield Corp, going up that corporate ladder. And then we've got Louise, Ramirez, and McCloud, a ragtag team of who the fuck knows. But they're going to take down Shield Corp. that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, and I don't know, was this in your movie, was there a montage of Ramirez and McLeod doing like sword training?
I don't remember that, but I was also trying to figure out what the fuck was going on, so I might have rewinded and fast-forwarded it like 20 times.
It's possible that I am overinflating this part, but there's a whole montage of them training, and then it just made me laugh right now. And what made me think of it is now that I know how this movie unfolds, I was like, that whole training
They don't
montage
need swords.
was unnecessary.
There's
because
no swords
they never
ever.
use swords in this whole last part of the movie.
They're just having a little
why
fun.
did they waste their time?
Just having a little fun.
Soulmate
We live in the good old days.
time. Soulmate time.
So
anyway,
Katana and the CEO Blake they're like, okay, we're gonna, I guess, wait. It's like, what do you call, like a honey trap or something? They're gonna wait because they know they're coming back. Louise is gonna come back.
They know they're gonna try to break in.
And Katana's like, I'm gonna get McLeod then. I don't think Katana has any idea that Ramirez is back. He's gonna be
He's gonna be
shocked.
surprised.
He's gonna be very questioning his decision to banish them both to Earth.
Yeah.
But the question is, like, how Ramirez and McLeod and Louise going to get physically into Shield Corp to confront them and to shut it down, right? How are they going to do it? I'll tell you how.
Well, tell us because
I was saying, I'll tell you how, but you tell them how.
I was like, no, go ahead because I'm confused about how they do it.
That's actually exactly what I thought. I said it, and I was going to tell them how, and then I was like, actually, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
It's we could overcomplicate this, but the version of this that makes the most sense is they decide they're going to drive their special truck straight up through the barrier because Ramirez and McLeod are both immortal. As long as Louise doesn't get hit by any bullets,
No way.
then they can get
Solid
through,
plan.
right?
Solid plan, guys.
So
Good plan.
that does happen. They do drive through. They do get shot. Everyone thinks they're dead. Takes them to this like room inside maximum security. And then when they leave them alone, they pop up and they're like, worked like a charm.
Do they get to choose?
We got in.
Do they get to choose, like, do they just have to feel all the bullets hitting them? Like, do they just have to feel that and just go limp and, like, act? Or do they temper it, like, you know?
I think it's part theatrical for sure.
Because they stop
Part
their breathing
theatrical.
and everything because the guys, they're, like, dead. So, anyway, they get in. And I guess I thought, for some reason, Louise was in the trunk of the car. And that's how she got in because they shoot the two guys in the car. They take the car and Ramirez and McLeod. Take McLeod, put him in their corporate death cell, and then I guess whatever the car. But maybe she got in a different way. Cadence thinks she might have dressed up as a guard. It really doesn't matter at this point. They're all in.
Yeah, I honestly, and my notes don't say, and it doesn't make any sense. At some point, too, I forgot this, but there's a whole extra battle of Katana and McLeod on the truck at some point. So Katana does put up a little bit of a fight, but he gets thrown off the car, and then he's like, again, like, okay, well, I guess I got to go back to the corporate ladder if I'm going to take down this guy. So he just lets go. They get into maximum. Here's how this whole movie ends, okay? They're in there. They're crawling through, like, essentially the tunnel system because we've seen how they turn the giant shield on, which is like there's one central location.
One big-ass
and
fan
they flip
starts.
a switch. A giant fan starts, and then a giant beam that looks like a giant laser comes out of the earth and then like somehow connects to some web of electromagnetic current, and then it just creates an entire shield. So they need to stop that giant ass laser. So they crawl into the tunnel and then they get to the fan, and this is where Ramirez shines, you guys. He came back to Earth, got resurrected, got a three-piece suit, took a plane all the way to New York, found McLeod just for this moment because he's like, I'm not going to help you stop the laser because my purpose of being resurrected is to stop this big-ass fan. So I want you guys to go. Do your thing.
He's literally like, leave the room.
Leave
the room.
Get out of here.
Dude, we don't even know if that fan has anything to do. Like, don't choose this to be the time. don't.
It could be like a ceiling fan. It could be the AC.
Ramirez, cool it. Don't sacrifice yourself quite yet. We don't know where.
He's jumping to
Oh, yeah, he didn't even
He's
ask.
ready to be a hero.
He instantly got up
He's ready
and
to be
he's
a
like,
hero.
oh, he was dying to be a hero because he's instantly running up under it, which he didn't have to do. He
Kolin.
literally...
He's been waiting
Sorry.
to be resurrected
Sorry. He wanted,
for heroism,
yes.
and he saw a moment to be heroic, and he took it.
He's also immortal, and he has to have his head cut off to be. Well, I guess he's not immortal. He's resurrected as an immortal.
Maybe when you're resurrected, you're only mortal for a little bit to do your job, and then you're killed again.
But not by your head being cut off, by being smashed by a fan.
But not by your head being cut off. You could be killed by anything. But that's not true because they got shot and came back to life.
Yes, but he. You know what? Ramirez just wanted a way out of this finagle. And he was like, you guys leave the room. You leave the room. I'm going to stop this fan. You guys leave the room. He didn't stop the fan.
And then he just runs out and gets back on the plane and goes back to Scotland.
He's selling all his earrings and he's living it up. But he does.
See you later.
I guess it leads you to believe that Ramirez dies again, I guess?
Yeah, you never see him again.
Because he's like, leave the room, you guys.
He is supposed to have this moment of sacrifice.
Oh,
right,
and it is a moment. It is a
moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now we have Connor and Louise. They've been saved by Ramirez, bless his heart. He's been crushed by the fan or decapitated or whatever. We really don't know.
Whatever happens
now,
to Ramirez.
It's the final showdown, right? It is. It's time. We all are at Shield Corp. The shield is on. Louise, Connor McLeod, anti-shield, bring the Earth back. Get it to its natural habitat. And then we've got Katana and the CEO like, no, keep the shield on, make our money, survey everybody, kill McLeod, kill Louise.
Katana kills Blake in the process because he's like, I partnered with you for a short time, but now it's my time to be the CEO of Shield Corp. I'm fully moving to Earth and running this whole entire corporation. So bye. You thought we were partners, but not anymore.
Yo, he is a ruthless. And if Katana can commandeer a subway and like make it go 700 miles per hour, like why is he even bothering with this?
This is my whole thing. Why is he doing
take
corporate
over the world
spy shenanigans when he could just portal anywhere and kill someone?
He's also immortal. He literally the CEO's guard shot Katana 100 times. He came back to life. Like he's not dying. Go kill everyone.
Yeah, I don't know why he feels like he has to be a part of this corporate espionage. It does not make
He just wants to do it the right way. He's filing paperwork. He's like, okay, well, this is my fourth write-up.
I want to have my correct tax ID number if I'm going to take over this corporation. I do not want to get stuck with any tax charges.
Exemptions, am I right?
IRS will come after me in a heartbeat. I'm a foreigner.
Oh, I hate it. What am I paying for here? Am I right? He's trying to blend in with everybody.
With his long hair and his crazy ass cape. He's like, am I right? Corporate life. I don't actually know. Now that I'm thinking about it, how does he actually die finally? Katana kills
Blake. And then he wants to go find Connor on his own.
Yes.
And then they meet in the shield control room where the laser beam and the satellite is projecting onto Earth. And the two battle hardcore. I mean, they go at it. And of course, Connor's going to cut off Katana's head. We knew that. That's where the sword fighting comes in.
Of course.
That's where the sword fighting comes in.
At that point, it's like, yeah, I really did. Oh, Ramirez was training him for that. That he was for training him for that. Okay. He was training him for that. Okay. So Katana made a mistake on every level. He didn't leave Connor alone. He sent his henchmen, then decided he was going to finish the job, came down, didn't fight on sacred ground, tried to do it through corporate espionage, finally gets a head-to-head battle and dies. And you're like, that's a lot of work for nothing. That's a lot of work for nothing.
Not only does he kill Katana, he kind of sacrifices himself because he basically uses the last of his energy to shut off the shields.
Oh, that's right. To shut off the shield.
So he decapitates Katana. He's in the shield room. They're like, what the fuck do we do now? I just invented the technology. I did not invent how to turn it on and off. Okay, like there's a...
the on and on switch.
The on off. Me and my friend.
No, that was not my job.
We never found out what happened to us.
He got killed.
Did we find that out?
Yeah. Blake killed him, yes.
Oh,
because he was essentially being like kept prisoner by them. And then they find out because they're spying on everyone. They know he met with him. So they
I was going to say, so he's like, okay, well, the only way I can shut this down is I guess he combines his energy and like Katana dies and I guess Katana's electric energy goes into McLeod because just like the two henchmen who lost their head, their energy goes into McLeod.
He kind of harnesses the electricity as it passes through him.
I guess Katana's got some pretty BDE electric energy because once he...
I guess so.
I guess because... Anyway, McLeod's able to take Katana's headless energy, create this like supersonic energy that shuts off the shield.
Right.
But McLeod's kind of dead.
Also, what was Katana going to gain from being part of the Shield Corporation? Earth money? Like, what was he going to gain?
No one knows what his plan was. He didn't know what his plan was.
Did he just want to get to the top of that and then be like, oh, McLeod, this thing that you met, I'm now in charge of? Like, what was his end goal? It doesn't.
I think it was just finding McLeod, but I do want to say that McLeod didn't. This is where the versions change.
The corporate ladder stuff was just a bonus.
Yeah, because in the version I saw that like McLean actually, like I said, cuts off Katana's head, the electricity, blah 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 blah. He shuts off the shield and then he like can claim his prize by going back to Zeist, which again nobody would want to do, but he does. But he can take Louise with him, so him and Louise go back to planet Zeist, I guess, to rule it because Katana's dead. I don't know why McLeod would go back to Zeist, that awful shithole planet. I don't know why Louise would be like, I just met you in the street like a couple of days ago as an old man, watched you kill people. I'm not going to go back to your planet, but that's what happens. But in the one Cadence watched, correct me if that doesn't happen, right? There's a different ending.
Yeah, Connor and Louise kiss on the edge of a lake as the shield generator burns in the distance. And then Ramirez's voice comes over and he says, most people have a full measure of life and most people just watch it slowly drip away. But if you can summon it all at one time in one place, you can accomplish something glorious. And the film's final image is planet Earth that's no longer covered by the shield.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What a wild, wild movie.
So I guess Connor's stuck. Well, I guess he'll eventually grow old again,
He's
right?
in a shieldless Earth with Louise. He's on a shieldless Earth with Louise. Life can return to normal.
I know, but
In mine, he went back to Zeist, and it's like, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah, is he... Because he's still young again, so is he going to just grow old and like a normal person again with Louise? Is that the idea? That he'll just age
And also,
normally?
now that I'm thinking about it, if Katana was the last person to kill to be able to win the prize to go back to Zeist, the game was rigged because Katana would have to go to Earth for him to kill him. None of it makes any fucking sense, you guys.
We've
said it a million times. We're not going to work this out in our head in front of you.
No.
That's the movie.
No.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Try watching it and seeing if it makes sense to you at all in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to go ahead and assume it doesn't because obviously this movie wasn't well received. But yeah, just let us know what you think because this was a
doozy.
Took too much brain power. Too much brain power. All right, we'll see you back for another terrible sequel next time. Bye.
Bye.
Most people have a full measure of life, and most people just watch it slowly drip away. But if you can summon it all up at one time, in one place, you can accomplish something glorious.